it looks as good as that, that's cool with me.
Dude, yeah, this camera is
Juicy.
it's no joke.
Let's see.
What's up, guys? We got 2 people watching.
And I'm both of them. All right. Hey, that's actually pretty.
That's not bad for a live
like delay.
stream.
Yeah.
I feel like that needs to be at a better angle though.
The tablet. Yeah.
Can you hand me just lift up this box and hand me the one underneath the newer. I wonder how the audio sounds if this is sounding pretty good.
Here, I'll walk out here and hear what it sounds.
What's up, guys? We're getting ready to do a live watch of the Donovan Mill episode, and we're gonna be live in here. And so, yeah, it's gonna be pretty sweet. Oh, didn't mean to cover you up there. Ooh. I want to see.
Hella like back angle.
I know. I want to see this angle.
Yeah.
Hang on, guys. We're gonna get this
Here.
situated. Oh man, Sean to the rescue.
Yeah. Here.
What is going on, peeps?
Hey everybody. Thanks for joining us.
You do live.
And our last.
And there
We're
shall be
back.
another one.
We're back.
What is up, guys? Okay, so the plan is to watch the Donovan Mill episode and kind of go through what we were seeing and hearing and thinking in that moment, or in the moment.
Biker girl, no, you're not the only one. We lost full connection. If you can even hear us right now, honestly, I have no freaking idea.
I know. Help immediately. Is this how we?
There you go. Live chat.
Oh, let me see. Oh
Guys,
man,
see.
we got a chat screen up there now.
Now we need Wi-Fi.
I know. I do get Wi-Fi in my garage, guys. I am unbelievably sorry about that. But you know what? I think Sean needs some light behind him.
Rim light. Oh yeah, it's gonna look good. Hey. That's so bright.
I know, dude.
Oh well.
Hold on. Oh man,
Phil.
that is magic right there. Okay, before we get going, what questions do we have? What question? Maybe it's legit the quality of your Android
No,
phone.
it's not. It's not.
Guys, if you haven't already given Sean shit about having an Android, you need to, because he does in fact have an Android.
I don't have to have an iPhone. This thing is perfect. Note 8. Anyone who's watching right now, if you guys are not using iPhone, back me up.
Crickets.
I know.
Crickets.
Anyone?
Android sucks.
God. Anyone
Oh,
out there?
thank you.
I have one. And his name is Paranormal Orb.
Yeah, he's saying he has an iPhone because you're an idiot.
No.
Androids
Androids are better.
Oh man. Oh man.
That right there.
Actually, I think Park know your comment. Did you see his comment?
Oh, yeah.
It said Patrick, and it was like, I don't want to sit down, dude.
Yeah.
I don't want to sit down. And then he goes, also Patrick
yeah.
sits down.
Park James, actually, on my Instagram, I posted something last night right before I went to bed, and I was like really overwhelmed going to bed with the positive like feedback, I guess, that we've been getting on our Donovan Mill episode. And see a camera.
I wanted that in the middle.
I'll slide in.
No, right there.
Yeah, I went to bed basically just really happy with the over amount of support that we've been getting from the Donovan Mill episode. So actually, right before I went to bed, I posted an Instagram post, and I think your comment was actually part of that. I screenshotted everybody's or some people's comments essentially, and yours was in there. I remember that specifically. So you're on my Instagram right now, my friend.
Ooh. Bill, there's old Billy Cook joining up. P. Engel, though.
What do you mean? What's not flattering about this?
I know, right? You look like when you open your self-cam on accident. Yeah. You're like,
here, I'll back up a little bit, and then here, you can back up a little bit more, and I'll put something else underneath.
No, it just needs to be higher.
Higher?
It needs to be higher in an angle. Too bad I don't have a. Too bad I don't have a. I don't have a tripod for my iPad Pro. That's a first world problem right
Too
there.
bad.
For my iPad Pro. I'm out of here.
All right, here. Give us some more height.
I can't work under these conditions.
So why don't you lift this whole setup up?
Sorry, guys. See, these are the parts. This is the parts that you don't get to see.
And we're giving you the honor of seeing it. Okay, so now we got to be like.
Now we need to angle this beast.
There.
See, but it doesn't. It goes back up.
Yeah. Let's do this.
Oh, you know what I do have though, dude?
I got this, bro.
Do you? Oh man.
All right, just don't let it fall off. All right, how's that?
That's gonna work. Oh man.
You guys, I really wish you could see the ghetto rig that we have going on behind our camera right now.
Oh. Let's just say this is the stuff that gets edited out. You never see this.
Thank God we went live.
I know, right? It ends up on a hard drive somewhere, lost in the oblivion.
Yeah, that looks much better.
Yeah, that looks great. All right, so what? Okay, so let's hear some questions. What's before we start watching the episode? Plug.
Oh yeah, wait. Samsung.
We need to know. Come on, guys.
Samsung
or iPhone.
Samsung.
Post a comment right now.
iPhone. Just say the word Samsung, or even Android, iPhone.
It's
one word comment.
It's gonna be kind of unfair because the Androids they won't even be able to post it.
I think I said it by Messenger Owl.
It's gonna be.
Dude, we're three for Samsung, one for iPhone. Two. Oh. Dude. All right. Oh my god. I love you. Chat. I love you. You just settled a 4-month-long
on me.
Oh my god.
Talk about your all-time biggest backfires.
Seriously, Patrick's been giving me a lot of shit for being apparently in the Stone Ages. But y'all just made me so happy. Even if 10 more messages come out and it says iPhone, I feel so happy right now. I'm so happy.
Don's like, oh my god, I can't even with y'all. Android.
That is surprising, actually. I'm honestly surprised because when it comes to like family gatherings, whatever, I'm the youngest of 5, and then plus my brothers and sisters, like husbands or wives, I'm the only one on Android when it comes to our family gatherings. So that's like
you know, honestly though, like Sean is like one of the only people that I text that it comes up green, and that drives me crazy, guys. Drives me crazy. Anybody with an iPhone, if you text somebody and they're green, it's like
it's all about the green, baby.
Yeah, no, it's all about the blue. You text somebody that has an iPhone. By the way.
No. Oh my god.
I'm so hard.
All right. Back to business.
Back to the business at hand.
All right, so we do have a few questions that are coming up now, guys. Aside from the Android and iPhone debacle that we have started, let us know any questions that you guys have from us. Paranormal, I guess maybe. Let's just keep it paranormal for right now. Let's just keep it paranormal. It can be about our last episode if you've seen it. No spoilers.
Spoilers.
Don't.
Everybody's seen it.
If you have seen it, it's fine, whatever. Ask us any questions, and we'll start responding to them right now if you guys want to.
Look, next episode, Patrick, an iPhone attacked me at night. It'd be Android attacking me at night.
Yeah. It'd be me throwing my phone at him.
Yeah, probably. So.
See that, bro?
Okay, what do we got? Do we have a question?
So I saw one. It said, all right. So Paranormal Orb asked, "What equipment do I need just starting out?" For that, I'll turn it to Patrick for the paranormal gear, and then I guess I'll answer the cinematic gear because that basically comes second.
Gear. I'm assuming you have a phone or an Android, since the chances are it's an Android. All you really need is a phone. Most of these guys shoot 4K now, anyways, which is ridiculous. So you've got video. You can get yourself a cheap digital recorder. I actually prefer the cheaper digital recorders over the more expensive ones. There are some that are like $4,000-$5,000, and I don't think that you get quite the results that you can with just like a cheap like $20 one off of Amazon. And then really, I mean, if you want to kind of go from like very beginner and just maybe get like a one step up, I'd say getting an SB7 Spirit Box, one of these guys right here, just this part right here. Grab one of these. You can get some pretty amazing results just with this. I mean, I've obviously went a little crazy with a Bose sound speaker and pedals and all that kind of stuff. That's not really necessary. You don't really need all that stuff. I'm going crazy and trying to perfect it, kind of put my own spin on it. So SB7, a nice digital recorder. If you want, you can grab some night vision cameras too. I mean, we have videos on how to make this setup for like $40. So not very expensive, and you can have night vision cameras running. I'm trying to think. I mean, really, that's about all you need. Too much more than that. I mean, a millimeter. You want to get a deeper EMF detector and everything like that. But I mean, you can get like a K2 sensor, which, I mean, I don't know. The K2 isn't like 100% accurate all the time because there are a lot of glitches with that thing. Like when you're holding it down, it can give you a lot of false positives. So I'm not like, I used it though. I mean, I used it for years and years and years. So if you've got the extra money, get the millimeter. If not, a K2 works. Especially if you're just starting out, which is what it sounds like you're doing. And then, I mean, you can start getting crazy and start building your own SLS cameras. You can start, building on your Spirit boxes. I mean, there's so much stuff. And that's the best part about it. You hear me say this a lot. Sean does, for sure. I don't know what to do with the microphone. But
I'm just gonna be adjusting this. Don't mind me.
You're good. No, we're all experimenting. There's no experts in the field of normal. So everything that we're doing, all of it is experimenting. So go out and try things that nobody's ever done. I see a meme going around. There's like, it says newest ghost hunting tool, and it has a guy shaking a cat, and then the ghost is covered in cat fur, and it's like, hey, what are you doing? But go out and experiment. Who knows? I mean, find something that you think a spirit or ghost can manipulate, and try it and see if it happens. I mean, that's how this whole field got started, right? So
yeah. And to add to that, for the capturing side of it, I guess, honestly, when you're doing any kind of videography work, you really want to make sure that you have the right camera for the job. Most cameras nowadays are pretty good with kind of, being applicable to many situations. For what we do, I would definitely recommend cameras that are obviously great in low light, because you're going to have little to no light in your, investigations. That's not to say that all hauntings and all paranormal things happen at night and in the dead of night. Some of the best things that we've captured have been when we have a light on. Like in the last episode, the chair. That chair moved completely on its own, and it had two spotlights on it. Two bright-ass spotlights on it, and it moved completely on its own. So the camera that you choose, just make sure it's good for whatever it is, the kind of investigations you want to do. If you're going to be doing pitch black, no light at all, obviously you're going to need something with infrared sensor on it, some kind of night vision camera. Any camcorder above a certain price range, I'd say probably around like $400 or $500, should come with a night vision camera. There's obviously a lot cheaper night vision cameras out there. But yeah, just make sure that whatever camera you choose is right for the type of investigations that you want to be doing. And then audio-wise, for me and Patrick, what we basically have is wireless microphones, so that way he can kind of walk away from the camera, be feeling out the room, and I don't necessarily have to be right next to him to be capturing like clean audio. So honestly, like, the gear is completely up to you. I would never say this camera all the way 100%. Find the camera that works for you. Find the gear that fits your style of investigation. But just make sure that you're not getting caught up in the names of things, like the name brand of things, because anything will work. Like Patrick has shown, those night vision cameras that we have, they're no-name night vision cameras with no-name infrared beam light sources on them. So yeah, just find the right things that work for you. Kind of feel it around. Me personally, if you're wanting to know what I film all our investigations with, all of the footage from our investigations, aside from like the static night vision cameras, is a Canon 6D Mark II. That camera is really good in low light. It has a really, really great low light sensor in there. I can crank the ISO super high, and it can make any pitch black room look like it's pretty bright without it getting too grainy. So that's just me personally, and that's something I had when I joined the team.
And then for the night vision shots, the green night vision, like the standard night vision, we use the Sony AX53. This camera's a beast. And this one actually didn't really break the bank. I mean, this one I got on a special. I think it was like $699.
Yeah.
So $700. I mean, that's expensive. Don't get me wrong, but for the quality that it's putting out, not bad. Not bad for $700. I think there was another Sean-related question in there. Andy, I'm going to skip ahead because this is kind of playing to the same thing Sean was just talking about. Says, is there one type of lens better than another? What's the best aperture size for picking up an all-powerful time and space transcending intelligence that reaches into the physical plane? That's a fantastic question, and I love the way that was worded.
I'm going to get that tattooed all down my back as a cameraman. No, honestly, any lens that you choose that has a super wide aperture, I think that my aperture on my lens is, so my lens is an f24 to 135, I think it is. It's something around that range. And an aperture, I think, goes up to like a 3.5. So it's not super wide, but it's a pretty wide open aperture. You can definitely get apertures that go into like the 1.4, and that's huge. That lets in like you'll turn all the lights off in the room, and you'll turn on your cell phone, and that light floods the lens, and you literally can't see anything. So I'm actually not dealing with a super wide angle lens, or sorry, wide aperture lens, because the way that we film, we have that spotlight right on top, so we hardly ever go into pitch black in film from my camera, and if we do, then we'll switch over to one of our night vision cameras. So for me, I've always been a Canon filmmaker. I've always used Canon. That's just what I've just been using. I don't have anything against any other brand. That's just the one thing I went into college with, and all my gear kind of kept within the Canon family. And my lens it's a nice lens. It's a great lens. It's an L series lens, so it's really good glass inside the lens, but it's not necessarily like a nighttime photographer or nighttime videographer's lens. People buy lenses specifically to shoot like stars and stuff like that, and that's not what mine is. So that's not what mine is. And that's like when we've gotten the kind of footage we have with that. So I think that's pretty cool.
Don says, "Did you shit yourself after the chair?"
Oh yeah. That's why it cut, because we were like, oh, gotta change our pants.
which is funny because I think, and it's weird because in the moment in the investigations, the adrenaline is like coursing. I mean, when I was sitting there and it moved, I mean, you see it in my face, like my eyes, I was like deer in headlights. I was like, so we definitely freaky. And then that adrenaline, I mean, I say it in the video, that kind of feels like, I was like, the adrenaline kind of wore off here, guys. Like, what just happened? But when we're sitting, in post and editing all of this stuff, I think a lot of it really starts of like the severity of what just happened.
Yeah, absolutely.
And so I remember editing that scene, like, dude, like that looks like somebody jumped off a chair committing suicide.
Yeah.
Like that's exactly what that looks like to me. So it was pretty damn creepy.
In the moment, like Patrick's saying, like you almost aren't, you're never ready for those things to happen. It's not like some countdown comes out and says, I'm gonna move this chair in 3, 2, 1, and you know where to look, and you see the chair move, so you're anticipating it.
Yeah.
So probably it's less scary for us in the moment because it moves and then we look like reacting. We're reacting to the action. So we don't always see it. Like, but we saw it obviously fully, but we didn't see the extent to it until we got into the post. And I'm not gonna lie, just as Patrick said, Patrick sent me that like a 20-second clip like a couple days later as he's editing it. He sent me just the chair moving. And I looked at my wife and I looked at her and I was like, I don't know if I feel comfortable. Like I don't know if I feel like safe doing what we're doing right now because I didn't understand the gravity of the fact that we're dealing with something that in Hollywood it's such a like a thing and it's real. It's fucking real. Like it's absolutely 100% a real thing. There is absolutely beyond a shadow of a doubt the existence of either life after death or like this other form of energy that can manipulate objects in our plane. And we saw it firsthand. And I didn't see the magnitude of that event until we got into post-production because in the moment it happened so fast, but afterwards I was like, I was in shock and I actually went a little bit crazy. I sat there and I was laughing and I was like, like I was freaking out, dude. I swear to God, I was kind of freaking out.
Yeah.
And for about a day or two, I was just thinking if I like wanted, like I wanted to continue to do this, obviously, but I didn't understand how powerful that these instances would be. So
yeah, no, and I 100% agree. I mean, it's insane. Spiritual Awoken asks if you can use the regular recorder on your phone to capture EVPs. I don't see why not. Give it a shot. Like I said, I mean, we're all experimenting. You know, you might be able to catch something amazing on there, or you might not. You know, but even us, I mean, sometimes, you know, we've got several digital recorders, and the nicer ones don't catch anything. The cheaper ones catch a lot of stuff, and vice versa. Sometimes the nicer ones catch stuff, and even in the same room at the same time, one might catch something and another one doesn't. So yeah, I mean, anytime video camera rolling or an audio device recording is good. So the more you have going, the better, because something's gonna catch it. Yeah. My question: can I investigate with y'all? Absolutely. Let's set it up. If you're a patron already, go join up. Because we really rely on those guys. That's like the only way that we're able to get out to the locations and pay for, you know, the rentals of the locations, which is pretty damn expensive.
Yeah.
There's one place that we're looking at. It's $5,000 for one night to film until like I think 4 a.m. But it's $5,000, guys. You know, that's ridiculously expensive.
yeah.
But yeah, so if you haven't already, go check out our Patreon. If you click here, I'll put up the link.
Hi, Polina. One of my friends just joined us.
Hello, hello. Boom! I posted it. But yeah, guys, that really, really, really helps us out. That's the only way. I mean, because despite popular belief, paranormal investigators, they don't make any money. Zero. It costs us money to go on these investigations. So
Yeah.
any help in that department, guys, is seriously greatly appreciated. Plus, you get a bunch of free cool stuff. And we're setting up that 360 cam, guys. So the patrons are going to have access to a live 360 cam. Live in the instances where we can do that, because some of these places don't have cell service at all.
Yeah.
But we're gonna do our very best to get you guys access to a live 360 stream for being a patron. Okay, let's see. What's it like going through haunted places? What's it like going through haunted places, Sean?
Going through haunted places, honestly, if I'm being completely honest, it's different. Like, it's different than when you're at work, when you're at home. You feel safe, you feel comfortable. I don't know. I didn't expect going into haunted places to feel different, but I think they absolutely do. We're adjusting our light. But they absolutely feel different. It's not the same when you're walking in, like I said, around your house. You feel like a bird. You feel just okay. When you go into a haunted place, you don't always. I wouldn't say you're feeling things 100% of the time, but I definitely say that you can feel things that are like, for example, the Winchester investigation that we did. I didn't exactly feel like the entire place was active all the time, but when things were about to happen, I felt like a wave of energy, like a change of energy, absolutely, right before things occurred. And then obviously going into this next episode, the Donovan Mill, entering into that room, we were in there probably about half an hour prior to the chair scene, and it felt fine. It felt absolutely, but then we left, did some other stuff in another part of the movie, came back, and Patrick immediately says it feels different in here. It feels different. And
Yeah.
we caught one of the most phenomenal things that we've ever seen.
Absolutely.
And we could feel that. You can definitely pick up on it. It's like static. It's like you're walking through like a static cloud when there's paranormal activity within a room.
Yep. Like almost if you take like out of the dryer after it's dried and you just wrap yourself in it and you get that like static kind of feeling and all that kind of stuff. I've honestly felt that before. And when we walk into places, I'll get like that kind of staticky feeling, just that weird kind of energy. And then it typically leads into something, paranormal happen. In this case, I mean, crazy poltergeist activity. For that chair to come flying up like that,
Yeah.
I mean, that's an enormous amount of energy. Even for just like a human, us,
Yeah.
to get that chair to lift up like that, you have to, give it a pretty nice smack.
So yeah, you can feel it. You can feel it.
Okay, here's one. Paranormal Orb says, I had a ghost hunter in my home that wouldn't share what he found with me. What do you think? Should a hunter share information? Yeah. I think if anybody's in your house, period, they should share with you what they're doing and things like that. My question would be like, where did you find this person? Are they like a friend? Are they like somebody that that you just like get online or something? I mean, I'd want to know a little more information because absolutely, unless they didn't catch anything and they don't want to like share that they didn't catch anything. I don't know. Sometimes people get their egos bruised or whatever if they don't catch anything. Maybe, but no, absolutely. I personally would be worried if I invited somebody to investigate my home and they didn't tell me anything. That'd be some red flags. Let's just say that. Shoot me an email. We'll figure this one out. Okay. We're probably like hella behind in the chat,
super
guys.
fan, yeah.
Okay, we answered that. I love this channel. Editing, recording is honestly top notch. Thanks for the content. Thank you for noticing.
Thank you.
We put a tremendous effort into this, despite what that comment said.
Despite what I want to learn that guy's YouTube name. Just
I want to go
him.
check out his YouTube.
Yeah,
see his
reference
fucking,
him 24/7.
Yeah, his like 480p content. Be like, really, dude? Really?
Yeah.
You're saying that we don't have real 4K? Anyways, do you guys do the whole radio scanner stuff? We do have a SB7 spirit box that does scan through radio frequencies. We just removed all of the antennas, so there is no radio interference. What's your favorite place to investigate? The places that we've been.
Favorite.
Yeah, I know, right? That could be a lot of things.
The least favorite is probably the best one. I would say it like that. Yeah.
I think the Winchester Mystery House for me was probably one of the most iconic and just like amazing places to be. Activity-wise, probably Donovan Mill.
I'm 100% of that. Winchester, dream come true, paranormal investigation. But then the Donovan Mill, the scariest place that I've ever been in. So, but not my favorite. I would say favorite implies wanting to be there.
Yeah.
That place is so scary.
Patrick, would you consider yourself spiritually sensitive? Not really. I get asked that quite a bit. Sean's gonna probably start getting asked that quite a bit as well.
Yeah.
I've never claimed to have like those kind of abilities. I mean, I definitely feel energies like what we were talking about a minute ago. Like if I walk into a place that supposedly there's like a dark history, I can feel kind of like that icky vibe of like something doesn't want me here. Versus walking into a place where I can kind of feel that there's more of like a loving presence, like Sarah Winchester's room. When we walked in there, it felt warm, it felt comforting. But not as far as like seeing figures or seeing things in my mind or something like that. No, I haven't. I haven't had that ability. What's your opinion on other paranormal shows?
Let's put it this way. I think. Okay, let me start this over. Let me start over that thought. I've watched a lot of paranormal shows. I'm sure Patrick. I know Patrick has watched tons of paranormal shows as well. And what we've done with the haunted side is we've taken the strengths of all of those shows and put them in ours as best as we can, and just cut out the weak. Like, we don't need, really dramatic reenactments. We don't need really dramatic cutaway shots. We kind of just take out the fluff and we give you exactly how it is. We give you a little bit of the history, if there is any, obviously. And then the entire episode is the investigation, because that's what you're there to see. You're not there to see somebody walk around for a half an hour telling you about the history of building. You want to see some ghosts.
Yeah.
And that's what we're there to do. And like Patrick mentioned, we have to pay to be in these places. So we're going to be there, and we're going to film everything we can from every angle possible, and we're going to give that to you guys. And obviously, not every investigation has moment-to-moment, wall-to-wall kind of paranormal phenomena that's occurred. So we cut off those dry moments, give you guys the best stuff. But it's 100% true right from the camera. But
Yeah.
I think what I love about our show is that we've acknowledged what made other shows great, and we've done what we can to copy those things that make them great, and take out the things that we think that don't make them so great.
Exactly. Put our own twist on it. And yeah, I mean, honestly, to each their own. Every show out there has got some gimmick, some, thing that they want to do, that they're proud of. And, more power to them. Some of it is for entertainment value. Some of it's for paranormal research value. All we can do as the haunted side is just keep going down the path that we've chosen. Like Sean said, to just bring you guys able, like Sean, and tell you guys a little bit about it. Do an interview if we can, that sort of thing. So definitely. Since energy never dies, there's all this untapped energy around us at all times. Yeah, I would agree with that. Even though that wasn't really a question, that was more of a statement. But yes, I absolutely agree. I recorded my dog on my Android. No, I'm just kidding. And after watching it, I saw something above the window, like flapping wings. What is it? Crazy. Could be a lot of things. Send me that video, and we'll analyze it and see what we got. I'll take you guys to the Stanley Hotel. Love to go back to the Stanley. I was there in like 2009, 2010-ish, somewhere around there. And that place, talk about like a Winchester Mystery House, like pulling up and just like amazing.
Regal.
Yeah, dude. The Stanley even blows Winchester out of the park.
That's cool.
It's amazing because it's just out. It's out. It's out in the middle of nowhere. You just drive up and you're like, holy hell. Let's see. Have you guys ever had a UFO experience? That's a good question.
UFO?
We live in Reno, which is like UFO central. Did you know that? This is like the highest concentrated of like UFO sightings. There were the most recent one was just after Christmas.
Yeah.
There was 9 of them in the skies for like 5 minutes. Yeah, that's crazy.
I've personally never had any. I also personally believe in aliens. I believe in the whole existence of them.
Mm-hmm.
I've never had any. I wish that I could. I wish that we were in a field that could also allow us to go out, so like hunt for UFOs. But that's
Why
like,
not, man?
I feel like it's such a rare thing.
Yeah.
It's such a rare thing. But I have family who has been in the military, who has access to pretty top secret information. They've never told me anything. But it's hard to be like, hey man, like, have you seen any aliens? And they just say no. But then you get them, you're like, and they just give you a stone cold look, like, I'm not allowed to tell you anything. And then you're like, but I mean, and they don't give you anything. They give you nothing. But I believe in them. I've never had a personal experience with them. I've never had concrete evidence provided for me, but I believe in them, whether I've seen them or not.
Growing up in Texas, I saw some crazy stuff one night in the sky. Some like 3 different lights, red, blue, yellow, maybe. It's been a long time. Maybe red. Red, blue, yellow. Yeah, I think that's what the primaries. Just spinning in like a weird kind of formation once. That didn't look like just like the red, flashes of a plane on the end of the wings. I mean, it looked weird. So yeah, I mean, I've had that. Okay, let's see. Let's believe that that's signifying the change in the room, and that energy is able to, you know, pull the heat out, or cause like that kind of thick, kind of like we were talking about, kind of like electric cloud feeling. That's just kind of what it's said to be able to do. It's kind of like an indicator in the paranormal world, so that might be what you're talking about. Have you ever been touched by a spirit before? For there is a location near me that I saw shadow figures and had a little rock thrown at me. I have been touched. I've been touched. Sean, you haven't had anything like physically touch you yet, have you?
No, not physically, but in the Winchester one, if you guys have seen it, I felt something like come up on me, like behind my back. That was about as close as I've gotten so far to like a one-on-one encounter with some kind of spirit or some kind of energy, and that was pretty horrifying. Just like this feeling of something coming up behind you, like rushing you, and you turn around, there's nothing there. Very scary. And then less than 15 seconds later, we get this growl, like right next to us. Like we captured it on our audio and everything. Check out that Winchester episode if you haven't seen it already. But that's about the closest that I've gotten to it.
42 Mamason. I hope that's right. I apologize. He's talking about demonology and asking for books. Shoot me an email, just patrick@thehauntedSide.com, and I'll send you some information. Because 3 scratches, 3 markings like that on you it can get pretty serious. Shoot me an email though, and we'll discuss that, and I'll see if I can't point you in the right direction for some stuff. Patrick@thehauntedSide.com. Do you think science will ever be able to or consider the paranormal field as legit? We see weird things that happen all the time, but science is important to actually explain these phenomena. We were talking about that recently too, and we sure hope so. Because think about it, 100 years ago, if you told somebody that there were going to be people flying through the sky, they probably would have burned you alive. And now we have planes everywhere. So who knows? Hopefully science does evolve to kind of a better understanding of the paranormal, or maybe hopefully it doesn't, so that things like this always exist, and there's always that hunger to document the next, crazy paranormal occurrence. I mean, I'm kind of on both sides, really. It's kind of 50-50.
And I honestly think it's up to the people in the paranormal field to do the paranormal world justice. Like, stop putting out videos that are crap. Study the moon, and they started putting out just fake research. Like, people are just putting out fake research all the time. Like, you're not gonna want to continue like researching into that field, because if it's just saturated with bullshit, like as respectfully as they can, as accurately, as scientific as you like, research it. Because right now you're either taking Patrick and I's approach to the world of the paranormal world, where we're like really just cutting something that actually is existing in the paranormal world, like what we capture, and they might not think it's as cool or as like extreme, and it's like, well, what you guys were recording was fake, and what we're recording is actually happening. So it's up to everybody, and especially people in the paranormal world, to document everything accurately and truthfully. And I think that if we continue to do that and bring credibility to this field, it'll be handled as an appropriate science.
Yep, absolutely. UFOs and other aspects of the paranormal may be the same phenomenon, a controlled system. It's a pretty awesome way to think about it. Definitely, like I said, there's no experts in the paranormal. There's no experts in UFO. There's people with a lot of experience, but there's no experts. So yeah, we just need to keep doing what we're doing. Somebody says video is freezing and audio is cutting out.
I'm probably losing, yeah.
Do animals have a spirit? I don't know. I have no idea.
Yeah, it looks like it's cutting out super bad.
Are we still there?
Yeah, it's just lagging out.
These
like crazy.
paranormal entities are really making this stream lag. Yeah, seems that way.
Yeah, everyone's telling us. If they're seeing what I'm seeing, then yeah, we've been frozen for a while. We're gonna see if the internet can clear up because I'm not really entirely sure why it's not working properly.
Yeah, sorry guys.
It
Let
looks
us
like
know
it's
if
cutting
it
in and out.
let us know if it gets any better.
Is there a way for you to select what stream quality you can stream to?
Good question.
Because if we can stream in like 480 instead of 720, then that would probably help out a little bit.
Hey guys. It probably does it for
Probably
us.
auto does it.
Huh. Oh, dude, look, we can put on some like filters.
Filters.
Oh, that's it. Hold on, what's this? Haunt. I don't like that. That makes me uncomfortable. Documentary. Oh, that's good.
I like that.
That is good. Maybe we should end this one and then
start
start a new one
Hey.
in documentary mode episode. If you want, ask us a question. Hopefully the internet holds out and we're able to do it. Should I just run it off mine?
Yeah, it's been cut out for a while.
Now, guys, we're gonna fix. You're live. How did that fix it, guys? Are we
What are you streaming off of now?
my internet?
Ooh, it came in so clear just now.
Did it?
Look how clear it is.
Oh my goodness, guys. We're looking good.
Oh, and it's like not even delayed. Look, I'm just now showing you.
That's great.
Okay. That makes me so happy because I have zero patience for computers and technology and such. So
This is 2019. Why the hell can't we get cell service camping? Like, really?
we can get 4K images from a rover on a different planet, but we can't stream to you live from our house. That's real cool.
All right, guys. So we're getting ready to watch the episode. We're gonna answer the next 3 questions that get posted. Anything you want, ask. Go.
Go, 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 go.
Answer the bathroom question. What's the bathroom question?
They asked us, do we ever get scared of going to the bathroom after an investigation? I would say I would be
No.
scared of going to the bathroom during an investigation, but actually, yeah, I was kind of scared of going to the bathroom during the Silver Queen episode because we were like at a hotel and we had rooms there, so I was like gonna go to the bathroom and it was kind of scary. But then I got home, totally fine.
That's a good question. That's okay.
Next question is where to next, I think.
Ooh, there's a bunch of places next. We've got a lot of stuff kind of in the works, but I'm not going to tell you.
So that doesn't count. But know that won't count towards the 3 questions, but know that there's a lot of really cool stuff coming, and we're really excited to be able to continue to film these investigations. But that won't count as a question because we can't technically answer it, but things are happening. Be ready.
Yeah. What do wives and families think of the investigations?
You can start with you.
I mean, I definitely do my best to keep work at work and keep home at home. So, whether that means prayers, crystals, sage, I mean, anything that I can do to kind of keep what's happening there, I'm going to do, most definitely. So, yeah.
My wife approves of things that I do on these investigations. She knows that Patrick and I go into these places with the utmost respect for the spirits and for the kind of entities that we're going to be encountering. But my wife also has her own jewelry business, and she makes jewelry from home on her Etsy shop. Stone and Spirit, quick plug. Go ahead and check her out. She has amazing jewelry. She makes everything by hand right at home. And what's awesome about this, though, is she has a ton of crystals at home, like thousands of crystals at our house, including we bought a massive amethyst cathedral, probably about 3.5 feet tall. And amethyst is said to be able to ward off spirits. And if spirits don't like amethyst, they get effed right in the bee when they come to our house because our house is filled with crystals. So go check out my wife's Etsy shop. She makes great stuff.
Stone and Spirit.
Stone and Spirit on Etsy. But then, yeah, for me, she approves everything that we do because she knows that we also go in with respect to the ghosts and spirits and stuff, and she's happy for me.
Yep. Are you trying to keep around the West in Nevada? No, absolutely not. we want. I mean, pretty much we'll go anywhere across the world. I mean, uh, if there's a haunted location and people, will let us in, we'll be there. Like I was saying earlier, I mean, the biggest problem is that right now, without any kind of network deal or anything like that, I mean, we're funding all of these investigations ourselves personally. So, you know, like I was saying earlier, helping us out, joining, the patron, or even just, shooting a PayPal over to us, like a small donation. I mean, all of that really helps us out because, like I was saying, it costs quite a bit of money to do these investigations. I mean, there's anywhere from $500 to $5,000 just to film inside the location, and that's not including any kind of permits or anything that we need. Because to film in a lot of these places, we need to sign waivers, we have to have insurance policies, and we have to pay like to actually film in these locations. So there's a lot of expenses that kind of go into these investigations. So anything that you can help out with, especially Patreon or whatnot, that definitely helps us get to the East Coast, get to places in the Midwest, because we've got a lot of places that we want to investigate, and really that would be the only thing holding us back is the funding. Yeah, Villas Murder House. It's almost $500 just for one night. And if you want to rent it on the night that the murders occurred, it's even more than that. I think the last time I saw it was like $2,000, and it's like a lottery. So you pay. That's what it is. You pay $100 to be part of a lottery, and then they at random choose somebody, and then you have to pay another $2,000. And if you don't, they go down until the person comes up with it.
That sounds like extortion.
Well. We still want to film there, guys. If you're hearing that,
let's go. Also, to add to that, what Patrick was saying is if you guys contribute to our Patreon account and all that, PayPal, anything, we don't even pay ourselves. All the money that we've been making so far has just been sitting in our account to pay for those investigations. So this doesn't go right into our paychecks. It doesn't go right into our pockets. This doesn't help us, become millionaires. Basically, everything that we're making goes right back into the show, whether that be to pay for those investigations, to lock down those nights, or just honestly to pay for gas to get to those places. So we're really humbled by anything that you guys can ever donate, but don't think that we're sitting here like mooching off of it, because absolutely everything that we make goes right back into the show, right back into it almost immediately.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, travel expenses, renting the locations, and I don't think we've spent any money on equipment.
No, everything that everything that we have is stuff that we had going into this, and then anything that we bought after we started this was directly out of our pockets, like not even coming from our haunted side, accounts.
Okay. Black Star Canyon in SoCal. I'd love to check that place out.
This sounds really cool. It just sounds cool.
Edinburgh Manor, $200. Don't need another. Yep. Oh, this is a good one. This will be the third question. Have you ever accidentally broken anything while shooting or gotten hurt?
I don't think I've broken anything yet. Have I broken anything?
I don't think so.
I don't think I've broken anything. I gotta knock on some wood.
Yeah, I don't think we've broken anything expensive. I've broken some clamps and clasps and things like that, and hot shoot mounts and things like that. But nothing.
Yeah. Bring all the wood.
Nothing expensive, or we'll be
Yeah.
doing lives every day saying, "Hey guys, have you joined Patreon?
Hey,
Please!"
we're getting more and more raggedy.
I know, right? The beard's getting longer. I'm like, hey
Help
guys,
us.
please, we need it. Okay. Should we watch this? Our bandwidth again?
It looks pretty clear.
Dude, that's a crazy good image, too.
No,
Look
it's
at that.
super good. Yeah, I'm looking at it sideways. Look at it even this sideways.
Whoa, guys. Look at that.
Inception.
We're about to start an Inception.
Wait for it. Wait for it.
Doom, 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 doom.
It's never gonna end. Yeah. Okay. So The point of our live stream today obviously was to get together with everybody who's watching us, answer questions and stuff. But what we really wanted to be able to do today was to watch our latest episode alongside you guys. Do we know how to do that? Do we know how to do that?
No.
So we're gonna figure out how to do that. But then we want to watch it with you guys, be able to kind of pause it, ask questions, or talk about things. But I don't know, should we figure out if we can even do that?
Oh, we're gonna do this. We're gonna figure it out, guys. We're gonna figure this shit out. We could stop the YouTube live, send everybody to Instagram, go live on Instagram, answer questions, and then put the episode here, watch it here, but be here. Is that what you mean?
Yeah, that's probably the only way we could do it. I'm trying to think about, like, how do we have the screen and they could see us watching it watch us?
That sounded like an Inception moment.
How can we watch ourselves? How can we watch ourselves watching ourselves while they watch us watching ourselves watching ourselves?
Watch it.
Watch it.
Honestly, I don't know how to. I don't know how.
The
we're gonna
only
do
thing
that.
I can think of is if we stay on here and then we bring up the episode on one of our phones.
Okay, I like where this is going.
And then we watch it through the camera, looking back this way. We react, pause it, and then talk to them.
Let's get some thumbs up. Like this video if that's what we need to do, guys. Let's see some emojis, some thumbs up emojis. Let's go.
Karen Locker does not have us on Instagram. That's a shame.
Haunted Side.
At Haunted Side. Go ahead and check us out. We post a lot of behind the scenes stuff. Please follow us. Yeah, just that's where you're gonna go. We'll post mostly everything to our Instagram. Actually, that's probably the best place to get real-time information from investigations before investigations, after investigations, and even during them. Actually,
That and Patreon.
that and Patreon.
Has anybody joined Patreon? Come on, guys. Somebody in this chat, go become a patron. We're going to Skype call you right now. Whoever goes right now and becomes a patron, we're going to Skype call you during this thing. Go.
You just added another layer of challenge to this.
Challenge accepted.
We're gonna figure it out though.
Just go to Patreon/The Haunted Side.
Yeah, Izzy. I think that maybe Twitch would honestly not be a bad thing either.
Yeah.
Or we can stream OBS, maybe even to YouTube. Oh, that's totally it. I figured it out. So when I used to stream video games onto Twitch, you use a software called OBS.
Yep.
But you don't have to specifically stream to Twitch. It's just a software that you can set up a live stream and send it to whatever
What
channel
do you set
want.
the live stream up on? Like a
On
laptop?
Yeah, it's like on whatever thing, like whatever platform, like a laptop or a computer. You set it up on OBS, and then you pick what service you want to stream it to. I think YouTube Live might be one of those services.
It has
so we
to
can
be.
do that on the next one, because then we could be like up in the corner watching the video, and they could be watching the video live.
Ooh. Yeah. Is that an app? Can you download the app?
OBS, I don't know if it's an app. It might be an app, but I know it's a program for computers normally.
All right, that's how
We'll figure it out. Thank you for following, Karen. Woo!
Got Instagram. What? Okay. So, guys, we're going to start the episode now.
Did we figure it out?
No, I'm just going to play it on my phone. Is that what we said?
Do we? Yeah. Okay. So maybe what we can do. Okay. So I'm trying to think. So we can have this
What's this software called again?
OBS, just OBS.
Should we
Let it
see
up.
if there's an... Go on here, see if there's an app. Hold
Yeah.
on, guys. Technical difficulties.
I could bring next time we do this. I could bring like a laptop because
I usually would have brought my computer
Yeah.
out. But OBS.
Uber.
OBS Studio. Turn your device into a webcam.
So, yeah, look and see if you can like do like picture-in-picture streaming.
How can? Oh,
Oh, whew.
I know how to do this. I know how to do this. Guys, everybody watching this live stream, stay tuned. We're going to be back.
On the stream?
I like the cameras right here.
On the stream?
No,
on YouTube?
We're gonna end this stream. It's close to an hour now. We're gonna end this one. Give us 10 minutes. We're coming back live.
To YouTube?
Look, I'm proud of you, Patty boy. We're coming back live to YouTube,
Okay.
and we're gonna have this thing figured out.
All right. Come back to YouTube in 10 minutes.
In the meantime, go to Instagram. Sean's gonna go live. Let's do this.
I am?
See you guys.